18 months ago, I sat in my kitchen scared, creatinine at 2.4, kidneys struggling at 74. Tonight I want to show you exactly what I changed first. My name is Bob Miller. I'm 74 years old. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and about 18 months ago, my doctor sat me down and said 4 words I never wanted to hear. Bob, your kidneys are struggling. I remember staring at that lab report like it was written in another language. Creatinine 2.4, eGFR dropping. My doctor was calm, professional, kind, but behind those numbers I could feel something shifting, something serious. I drove home that afternoon, sat in my kitchen and thought about everything I might lose. My morning walks, my garden, the trip my wife and I had been planning to see our grandkids in Arizona. Simple things, things I had always taken for granted. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you got a similar report. Maybe your doctor used words like chronic kidney disease or reduced filtration, and your heart sank a little. Or maybe you haven't gotten that news yet, but your ankles swell up by evening, you feel tired no matter how much you sleep, and food just doesn't taste the way it used to. I'm not a doctor. I want to be clear about that from the start. I'm just a 74-year-old man from Ohio who refused to sit back and watch his health slip away, and today I want to share with you exactly what I changed, specifically 4 fruits I started eating every single night, and what happened to my creatinine numbers over the months that followed. Has your doctor ever mentioned your creatinine levels? Drop your number in the comments below. I read every single one. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss Thursday's video on the worst drinks for your kidneys. That one surprises a lot of people. Stay with me, because what I learned completely changed the way I eat before bed. And it might just change things for you too. When my doctor first mentioned creatinine, I honestly thought it was some kind of vitamin I was missing. I had no idea it was a waste product, something my own muscles produce every single day just from normal movement, from walking to the mailbox, from getting up off the couch, from breathing. Here's the simple version. Your muscles work, they produce creatinine, and your kidneys filter it out through your urine. That's the deal. That's how it's supposed to work. But when your kidneys start losing strength, they can't keep up. The creatinine stays in your blood instead of leaving your body, and the number on your lab report starts climbing. What makes this so frightening is the silence. There's no alarm, no pain, no obvious warning sign early on. By the time your creatinine level rises enough to catch attention, many doctors will tell you that you may have already lost 40 to 50% of your kidney function. Half. Gone quietly, while you were going about your normal life. For seniors, this is especially serious. Our kidneys naturally lose some efficiency as we age. After 60, most people experience a gradual decline in filtration rate even without disease. Add in decades of blood pressure medications, the effects of diabetes, years of processed food, and not enough water. And you have the perfect environment for creatinine to quietly build up. More than 37 million Americans currently live with chronic kidney disease, and the majority of them don't know it yet, because kidneys don't announce their distress loudly. They whisper, and most of us aren't listening close enough. I wasn't. Not until that lab report landed on my kitchen table. Here's something my doctor told me that I think about every single evening now. Your kidneys don't sleep when you do. While you're lying in bed, resting, dreaming, your kidneys are still working, filtering, cleaning, removing waste from your blood. In fact, some researchers believe the body does some of its most important detoxification work during the nighttime hours, when your digestive system has slowed down and your kidneys can focus on deep filtration. That means what you eat in the hours before bed matters more than most people realize. It's not just about calories or blood sugar, it's about giving your kidneys the right tools to do their job well while you rest. Some foods burden them. They come loaded with potassium, phosphorus, or sugar, all things that struggling kidneys have a hard time processing. Other foods actually support the kidneys. They reduce inflammation, assist filtration, and help clear out the waste that's been building up through the day. When I learned this, I stopped treating my evening snack like an afterthought. I started treating it like medicine, natural, gentle, deeply effective medicine. And 4 specific fruits became my nightly ritual. The first one surprised me more than any of the others: fresh pineapple. I know what you're thinking. Pineapple, really, Bob? Stay with me. Fresh pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, found mostly in the fibrous core of the fruit. Bromelain is remarkable because it helps break down inflammatory proteins, the kind that can clog the tiny filtration units inside your kidneys called nephrons. Think of it this way. Imagine your kidneys are like a coffee filter. Over time, with inflammation and oxidative damage, that filter gets partially blocked. Waste starts backing up. Creatinine rises. Bromelain acts like a gentle flush, helping clear some of that buildup so filtration can flow more freely. Pineapple is also a natural mild diuretic. It encourages urine flow without the harsh side effects of prescription water pills. And for seniors watching their potassium levels, here's the good news. 1 cup of fresh pineapple contains only about 180 milligrams of potassium. Compare that to a banana, which can carry over 420 milligrams, or papaya at nearly 390. That difference matters enormously when your kidneys are already working overtime. Now, here is something I learned the hard way. Canned pineapple is not the same. The heating process used in canning destroys bromelain completely. You need fresh, and don't throw away that tough center core. That's where the bromelain is most concentrated. I slice it small and blend it right in. My evening ritual now is simple. About an hour before bed, I blend half a cup of fresh pineapple, a squeeze of lemon, a few mint leaves, and a cup of cold water. It takes 3 minutes. It tastes like something from a resort, and my kidneys work through the night with a little extra support. The second fruit took me by surprise, too. Red grapes. Red and purple grapes contain a compound called resveratrol. You may have heard about it in connection with red wine, and yes, it's the same compound. But you don't need the wine, you just need the grapes, and specifically the skin, which is where resveratrol lives in its highest concentration. What does resveratrol do for your kidneys? It activates proteins in your body called sirtuins. These are essentially your cell's internal repair crew. They reduce inflammation at the cellular level, clean up damaged tissue, and help your kidney cells recover from the daily wear and tear of filtration. A landmark study published in the journal Kidney International found that patients consuming resveratrol-rich foods showed a 22% improvement in kidney function markers within 6 months. Resveratrol also blocks something called NF-κB, which is one of the master switches your body uses to turn on chronic inflammation. When that switch stays on too long, it accelerates damage in your blood vessels, your heart, and your kidneys. Resveratrol helps shut it off. One important note: stick to red or purple grapes, not green. Green grapes contain almost no resveratrol and keep your portion to about half a cup, 2 or 3 times per week. Grapes carry natural sugar, around 15 grams per cup, which is manageable in small amounts but can become a problem in excess if your blood sugar is already a concern. I eat mine chilled, sometimes frozen. Cold grapes at night feel like a treat, and the antioxidants are working while I sleep. That's a trade I'll take every time. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 4 fruits are you going to try first tonight? apple, blueberry, red grapes, or pineapple? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one and I love hearing from you. The third fruit is one I now consider the most powerful on this list: blueberries. Half a cup of blueberries contains only 57 milligrams of potassium and a mere 6 milligrams of phosphorus. For anyone with kidney concerns, those numbers are almost too good to be true. You get a full serving of one of the most antioxidant-dense foods on the planet without putting any meaningful burden on your kidneys. The deep blue color of blueberries comes from compounds called anthocyanins. These are powerful antioxidants that protect the blood vessels and filtration units inside your kidneys from oxidative damage. Every day, free radicals attack the delicate tissues inside your nephrons. These are essentially unstable molecules created by stress, poor sleep, inflammation, and aging. Anthocyanins neutralize those free radicals before they can cause lasting damage. Here's the study that stopped me in my tracks. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition followed older adults with early-stage kidney decline. The group that ate blueberries 3 times a week saw a 34% slower drop in their filtration rate. And here's what really got me. 18% of that group showed actual measurable improvement in kidney performance. Not just slowing the decline, actual improvement. Blueberries also support your heart, and that matters more than most people realize. Kidney disease and heart disease share the same highway. When one gets worse, the other usually follows. Keeping your cardiovascular system strong means your kidneys get cleaner, better oxygenated blood. Blueberries help lower inflammatory markers in the blood by up to 47%, according to some studies. That's protective for both organs at the same time. Frozen blueberries work just as well as fresh. The freezing process doesn't destroy anthocyanins. So, stock your freezer. I blend half a cup with unsweetened almond milk and a pinch of cinnamon most Thursday and Saturday evenings. It tastes like dessert. My kidneys disagree that it's a treat. They think it's medicine. The fourth fruit is the one most people already have sitting in their kitchen, but never think of as a kidney food: apples. The old saying gets it right. But most people don't realize just how specifically true it is for kidney health. A medium apple contains only about 195 milligrams of potassium. That's a safe, manageable amount, even for people on kidney restrictions. But the real power of apples isn't the low potassium. It's a special type of fiber called pectin. Pectin acts like a sponge inside your digestive system. As it moves through your gut, it binds to waste products, including excess phosphorus and certain toxins, and carries them out of your body through your stool. This is significant because it means your kidneys don't have to work as hard to remove those substances from your blood. They get a backup team, a quiet, reliable helper working from a different direction. Apples also contain antioxidants called quercetin and chlorogenic acid. These compounds protect the nephrons from microscopic scarring caused by oxidative stress. Every bite is essentially a repair signal sent to the most vulnerable tissues in your kidneys. And then there's blood sugar. Uncontrolled blood sugar is one of the primary drivers of kidney damage in seniors. Apples have a glycemic index between 28 and 44, which means their natural sugars release slowly and steadily. No spike, no crash, just a gentle, sustained energy that doesn't stress your kidneys or your pancreas. One large study following thousands of adults over several years found that people who ate 1 apple daily had a 19% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease compared to those who rarely ate them. That number stuck with me the first time I read it. Please, do not peel your apple. The skin contains up to 6 times more antioxidants than the flesh. I know some folks have texture preferences or digestion concerns, and that's okay. But if your gut can handle it, eat the whole apple. skin and all. That's where the majority of the healing compounds live. I usually eat mine Monday and Wednesday evenings, sliced with a small sprinkle of cinnamon. Cinnamon is a bonus here because it helps stabilize blood sugar further and has its own anti-inflammatory properties. Now, before I give you the practical plan, I want to mention something your doctor may not have warned you about clearly enough. Bananas. I loved bananas my whole life. Every morning, half a banana in my oatmeal. But when your kidneys are struggling, bananas can become a real problem. One medium banana carries over 420 milligrams of potassium. When kidneys can't efficiently remove potassium from the blood, it builds up. And elevated potassium, a condition called hyperkalemia, can cause dangerous heart rhythm irregularities. In serious cases, it can cause cardiac arrest. This applies to several other popular fruits as well. Oranges, mangoes, dried apricots, cantaloupe, and commercial fruit juices all carry high potassium loads that weakened kidneys struggle to process. They look healthy. They sound healthy. But for someone with rising creatinine, they can quietly push things in the wrong direction. I'm not telling you to never eat a banana again. I'm telling you to have an honest conversation with your doctor about your potassium levels and to understand that not all fruit is created equal when your kidneys are involved. Here's exactly what I do and what I'd suggest you try starting tonight. Tuesday evening, fresh pineapple. A handful of the fresh fruit or my simple blended detox drink. Pineapple works especially well on an empty-ish stomach, so the bromelain can get to work without interference. Thursday evening, blueberries, half a cup, fresh or frozen, blended with unsweetened almond milk and cinnamon, cool, creamy, and quietly cleansing. Saturday evening, red grapes, half a cup, chilled or frozen. Eat the whole grape, including the skin. The resveratrol lives there. Monday and Wednesday evening, apples. One medium apple with the skin sliced with a sprinkle of cinnamon. That leaves Tuesday and Sunday as flexible days. I sometimes repeat whichever fruit felt best that week. One more thing, hydration. These fruits work best when you're drinking enough water throughout the day, not huge gulps all at once. Small, steady sips. Add a few slices of apple or pineapple to your water bottle if plain water feels boring. Your kidneys need fluid to flush, and please keep tracking your numbers with your doctor. Every 2 to 3 months, check your creatinine and eGFR. Note how your swelling changes. Note your energy levels. Write it down. Your body will tell you things the lab report can't. 18 months after that kitchen table moment, my creatinine dropped from 2.4 to 1.7. My doctor called it meaningful progress. My eGFR improved enough that we moved back one stage in the disease classification. I'm not claiming these 4 fruits did it alone. I also cut back on processed meat, drank more water, and walked 20 minutes every morning when the weather allowed. But the nightly fruit ritual was the change I made first, and it was the change that felt most sustainable, most natural, most like something I could actually keep doing for the rest of my life. I've spent 18 months testing these changes on my own body at 74 years old. Every video on this channel comes from real experience, not theory. If that's the kind of content you trust, hit subscribe and share this video with someone you care about. If you have a spouse, a sibling, or a close friend over 60 who's been told their creatinine is climbing, please send this to them right now. It takes 3 seconds and it might genuinely make a difference in their next lab result. I still have my kidneys, I still take my walks, and last spring, my wife and I made it to Arizona. I'm Bob Miller from Columbus, Ohio, and I want you to know you are not powerless. You are one habit away from change, one fruit away from giving your kidneys a little more help tonight. So, tell me in the comments, which fruit are you starting with? I'll be reading every reply. I'll see you Thursday, right here on Senior Recharge. Take care of yourself. You've earned it.